Saddam Hussein spent his last days at Camp Cropper, a facility on the outskirts of Baghdad that is now being used for less notable detainees, but it is still an important part of the U.S. operation. Correspondent David McDougall reports it has become a battleground of sorts for the hearts and minds of the enemy.
It could be any classroom in Iraq, except we're not allowed to show the students' faces. That's because these children are detainees at a U.S. prison on the outskirts of Baghdad. Never charged with a crime, never seen by a judge or jury, but held in detention while they're re-educated.
Some of those kids have been lookouts for sniper teams. They've been lookouts for the IEDs to blow off as the lookout because they do blend in and look well. Had youngest 14-year-olds, when you look at their file, they were holding an AK-47 and engaging a coalition patrol and trying to kill people.
A few miles away is Camp Cropper, the top-secret prison where Saddam Hussein spent his last years. There's hundreds of Sunni and Shiite prisoners here, but again, none of them has been convicted of a crime. They're simply suspected of being an imminent danger to U.S. forces. That suspicion alone is enough to land them behind bars.
So this is where it all begins for inmates at Camp Cropper, with paperwork and bureaucracy. Then they're sent through to the next room where they're strip searched by U.S. soldiers, then issued with coveralls, underwear and sandals. Finally, they're sent through here to get more sandals, more coverall, a prayer mat, toothbrush, underwear, rules and regulations and a copy of the Quran. After that, they pick up a blanket and head through this door to spend an average of 330 days in captivity.
Again, video restrictions are tight. We can look at the inmates in their yellow jumpsuits, take photographs of them, describe the miles of razor wire and concrete, but we can't video anything in detail. Ali Hussein Hamid spent the last 11 months at Camp Cropper. He's one of 100 prisoners being released, all considered rehabilitated by the Americans.
I don't know why I'm in here. I was at home and I was captured by U.S. and Iraqi forces.
It's not easy getting Hamid's thoughts on nearly a year behind bars. He's reluctant to talk, and you can understand why. He stands on the brink of freedom, but U.S. military personnel are listening to the interview. At the release ceremony, there are speeches and handshakes, but it's the Americans who are smiling. The former inmate's body language appears to tell the story of their unease at all the attention. The U.S. military went out of its way to show the range of facilities at the House of Wisdom and Camp Cropper. From classrooms to kitchens, a soccer field and art project, this place is certainly no Abu Ghraib or Guantanamo Bay. UN Security Council resolutions give America the legal authority to detain Iraqi citizens without charge, trial or sentence. That mandate runs out at the end of the year, and it's not yet clear whether these sort of prison facilities will be allowed to exist after that. At Camp Cropper near Baghdad, David McDougall, Fox News.